Hello, my good morning, student. This is chemistry classes. This is Suraj Anand, and I am going to teach you today the chapter number two. Chapter number two of acid, bases, and salt. What happens when a concentrated solution of an acid or a base is diluted with water? Whenever a concentrated solution of an acid, especially of acid like sulfuric acid, H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl, and nitric acid HNO3 is diluted with water, the process is highly exothermic. That is, what is exothermic reaction? That is, a lot of heat is evolved. When heat is evolved, that is called the exothermic reaction. Therefore, must be taken before diluting a concentrated acid is because in some cases so much heat is evolved and an acid changes into vapor, which spread in air, appears as a fog, and the glass container in which dilution is carried out may crack. So you are not going to put water in the acid. You are not going to put water in the acid. So therefore dilution should be carried out by adding a thin stream of the acid slowly to water. Acid to water with constant stirring to the heat produced is dissipated. It may be maintained. However, the water is added to concentrated acid. The heat generated may cause the mixture splash out and cause burn. Therefore, a dilute concentrated acid add an acid to water, not an water to acid. So, in the same case, in the base also. So, whenever a concentrated solution of an acid like H2SO4, HCl, HNO3, HNO3 is diluted with water, the process is highly exothermic. That is giving the exothermic reaction. A lot of heat is evolved. Heat is going to be evolved. Lot of heat is evolved, and that the changes into its vapor which is spread in air and appear as a fog and crack the glass container. It may be cracked. Therefore, dilution should be carried out by adding a thin stream of the acid slowly to water with the constant stirring and stir it properly. That may be dissipated, that maintain the temperature. However, the water is added to the concentrated acid. The heat generated may cause the mixture splash out and it may cause burn. So, therefore, to dilute concentrated acid, add an acid to water and not water to acid. This is all about the acid. Similarly, in the case of base also, you are going to what happened with the water. What happened when water is added to base? The same thing with the base also. If you are going to add water, similarly when a strong base like, when a strong base like which are the strong base? Like NaOH is added to water, sodium hydroxide is added to water. What happens? When sodium hydroxide is added to water, heat is produced. Heat is going to be produced. Heat is produced. So you are going to take the reaction mixing of an acid or a base with water. Mixing of an acid or a base with water. What happens? That is on dilution. Dissociation. It is going to dissociate of an acid or base into ions. They are converted into ions, positive and negative ions. Increases more and more H plus aqueous or OH minus aqueous. H plus or H minus respectively are produced. Respectively are going to produce. So what happened, my dear student? What happened, my dear children? But as the volume also increases, but as the volume also increases, the volume is going to increase, then what happened? Then the concentration of H plus, then the concentration or the concentration of H plus aqueous or OH minus aqueous or OH minus aqueous per unit volume, per unit volume, per unit volume of the solution actually decreases, of the solution actually decreases. So I am going to write the